Alright, this is Travis Wayne Goodsell. I'm going to let you know about my own personal family history. This video is going to be about my days living at 1855 Farrington Drive in Corona, California. Alright, so this is the street map design without the actual satellite footage. So here's the footage. Alright, D&D Ideas. That's somebody's house. It's not an actual business. Here's signs and decals. It doesn't look like it's somebody's house. Can't quite tell from this angle. But all of this area where the barnyard signs is, across the street from Corridon Street, that used to be farmland. Cows used to give off a horrible smell early in the mornings on foggy days. And so up here at the street corner, Norco Village, and Starbucks, and Statler Brothers Markets, and the CVS, and Coin Me at Coinstar, Bitcoin kiosk. Oh my hell. Oh man, they got a Little Caesars there now? None of this was here. This was all empty land. The woman's jail is somewhere out in this area. I'm starting beyond, maybe it's beyond the Santa Ana River. Riverside County Regional. Whatever. That's not part of the story for today. So let's zoom in. Oh, yeah, if you saw the other video where I talked about porn, my mom dumping me off the side of the road to pick up porn, this was it right here. Rincon, which is interesting because the missionary couple, or the couple that I had participated in their conversion to the demonic Mormon Church, was the Rincon family. So that's very interesting that street was called Rincon. Yeah, it was on the street right around this area. If you see the little arrow, it was right about there where I saw it. Had to walk all this way, and then, oh, look at that, she's shaving. So that was fun. If you refer to the video. Let's see. Oh yeah, the cute little girl that moved in. Yeah, she was over here in this subdivision, and Ryan was the one who ended up dating her, and I think they got married. But yeah, the father had been excommunicated, and they were trying desperately to get him back in the church, and so we teenage horny boys weren't helping much by having a crush on his daughter. Alright, so we'll start here before we go over to the Auburn jail. Alright. I wonder if they'll cooperate and allow me to show the house. Look at that, they got a boat. And a whole ton of cars. My goodness. Let's see, I guess you gotta click on that. Alrighty. So, yeah, they redesigned the front landscape. None of this was there. The wall was built by my dad in cooperation with the neighbors. That's Stacy's room right there. Mine was right across from her. So, yeah, my dad built the, wait a minute. Am I sure that this is, yeah, I think. Yeah. I need to move over here. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, and then pan around. Nope, not far enough. See, all that used to be farmland. That used to be fenced off. And there used to be street wires where I did my... Come on, it's not letting me go any further. Alright, you'll just have to trust me. There's a jacuzzi that my parents built right below my bedroom. Yeah, yep, 1855, sure enough. Huh. Alrighty, so let's zoom back out. And let's go back. See the swimming pool that my parents built also while I was on my mission. No. They're not cooperating with me. There we go. Alright. And so my dad had me try to do the sprinkler system back here. And I just made a mess of it, but I see that they just patioed the whole thing off. Huh. So, yeah, but here was my parents were all along here. This was the bathroom with the walk-in closet and master bedroom. And, you know, I would have the, yeah, well, I'm sure you don't want it. You don't care. Alrighty, so let's back up. And so I would walk to school, walking down Farrington Drive to Trenton Avenue. The born-again Christian lived in this house right here. He met me one day at this corner and was talking about how he saw the God makers and that I can't drink coffee. Nah. And, oh, okay, whatever. What's coffee? and all sorts of stuff. And then we concluded by telling each other that we'll find out whose God is true after we're dead. Alright. And then this is Stan Lowry's old house. This is going to bring me to tears when I get to this part of the story. His dad came out as he saw me walking with my crutches and cast on my right leg for the hairline fracture caused by his son touching me on the shoulders, and the school punishing him with being expelled, and then working as the office aide. Well, I wasn't working, it was the elective class that I had at Auburn Jail. His folder was literally 4 to 5 inches thick. I mean, it was massive. I never understood that it was racism until the incident that I experienced. But you see lots of swimming pools, lots of people with solar panels. And so, yeah, I'd walk all the way down here, past the park. Memories on the corner of my mind. This is still the 7-Eleven. I don't think the Jack in the Box was there. Another Coinstar. What the hell? My goodness. And so, yeah, this was the liquor store here. What is this? Champion Victory Taekwondo. Interesting. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what store this is. They're not labeling it here. So let's go in. Is it closed? Oh, closed. I think it was a little convenience store, grocery store type thing. But, oh well. My goodness. A little storage facility. That changed. We would need to go up this second street here to get to Norco. We're already at 11 minutes, so I won't bother you with it. Because here we are at Auburndale. Yay! George Washington Elementary ran across the way. And Victor Bauer Elementary. Well, that was clever. Oh, come on, come on. No, no, no. We want top view. There we go. Alright, so here's the track where it all occurred. We were playing touch football, and so Stan Lowry touched me on my shoulders as I had ran through the touchdown end zone, and I tripped up my left or right foot, and a crack ensued, and everybody thought that Stan had tackled me and was telling the teachers and the nurses and everybody that Stan purposely tackled me to, man, just a nightmare. So, yeah. Alright. So, man. Nightmares on the corner of my mind. And then after the incident with Stacy, that I showed you her room, as an office aide, I'd have to deliver messages to the teachers, and not too long after that incident with Stacy, I had to deliver something to her teacher, and so I was like, uh-oh, and she was all grinning and smiling and whispering to her girlfriend, and she was laughing and smiling, and they all thought it was funny. Interesting, they've got handicap things here. I have no clue as to what that is. This is an amphitheater where I was sold as a slave when I was in baseball. Oh man, the science lab was one of these classes over here, and I can't remember his name, but the kid burned down the science lab, blew it up technically. He concocted a potion from the science lab chemicals and blew up the science lab. He was upset that he got a B or something on his test, and so he went in to steal the test and blow up the lab at the same time. And so I'm sure he's doing life in prison. Although he was a child, but they may have charged him as an adult. Yeah. So, yeah. I would walk home along this road, and there was one girl in one of my classes, the last period of the day, who had a face full of pimples just like me, so we had something in common. But she caked her whole face with Claricel, and so I was a little concerned about getting too involved with her if I eventually had to kiss her with that Claricel face. And so my mother was picking up my brother, I guess, and I guess the other kids too, if the other schools were over here, and drove by and asked me if I wanted a ride, and it was already humiliating enough that my mother saw me walking with a girl. So how humiliating. And so that was the end of that relationship. And then the 7-Eleven is famous because they had the arcade game in there, and we would buy the candy cigarettes from that store as well. So yeah, let's head on over to, we'll make this a journal video. Follow 2nd Street. And here we go. Norco High School. Nope, not yet. Wait a minute. Do we have to go under the freeway? I need to zoom out. Hidden Valley, Ranch Mountain Avenue plant. In-N-Out Burger. Okay, maybe this is the place where Pizza Hut. Maybe this is the Pizza Hut by the place. Okay, this was, no, Norco Camper Company. See, this is long time gone, so lots of things have most likely changed. So excuse me for not being up to date on the changes. Baja Fish Tacos. Local RV. Somewhere used to be a Rusty's Pizza, which became Rizzo's Pizza, which was right across the street from Domino's Pizza. That's where I delivered pizzas. Parents thought I was bums because I didn't have a job. I just didn't tell them. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom out some more. Oh, here it is. I needed to go a little bit further. So, yeah, I don't remember the freeway being there, but lots of things have changed. So, right here on 2nd Street by Hillside Avenue, it's a hill. And so I had the stick shift truck, pickup truck, and this was not fun. It was very stressful for a person who just learned to drive and was going up this hill and having to stop here at the stop sign, and cars were coming up from behind me, and I knew that it was going to get ugly. But oh man, so yeah, here's the parking lot. Somebody slashed my tires after which ruined dating Cynthia Pollard. So yeah, she was also in that other neighborhood where the Mormon girl of the dad who was not Mormon, who was excommunicated. Alright, so there's the baseball field. Didn't play baseball. They put me right into basketball. And this right here, I believe, is the gym still, because this is a swimming pool. So this would be the basketball court right here where it says Norco High School. These are the classrooms. These were the classrooms. This was auto shop right here by the parking lot. Swigharmer's art classes were in this building. I think it was up against the wall here. But, yep, this is where the other born-again Christian believed that Lucifer is an actual dragon and was a great artist drawing dragons all the time. He was obsessed with Lucifer. And then the other guy who was a senior when I started as a sophomore uh, uh, was talking about his conquests of raping girls who just adored him and wanted the attention. And then so right here, you can't see it because it's underneath the building. There's a little walkway under the building, a stair thing or wherever, or not stairs, a patio. And the group that I hung out with during lunch was right here. Cynthia Pollard was sitting at the picnic right in this area. I need to, they got trees, I guess, is what's causing the blur on this. But that's how I selected Cynthia, was because the Mormon girls were already taken by the Mormon guys. And so I had to pick somebody in order to prove I'm not gay, and saw Cynthia and decided to ask her. And Earth girls are easy. If you remember the movie. Back here was the science area where the physics professor was a little bit creepy on his attention to the young girls, but he would always impress them with lying on a bed of nails and doing all sorts of wacky stunts for physics. My chemistry teacher was the one who helped me with my bird science fair project. Like I said, used to be telephone wires by my house, and took photos of those and put them to sheet music and submitted that as my science fair project. And took first in my class, but took fourth in the school. So I just missed going to regions. The reason that they gave was that I didn't play the actual piano music and have a recording for them to listen to. But yeah, she helped me at the last minute. I was stayed up all night with Mountain Dew trying to get it put together. And Swigheimer would tell about the olden days where cowboys would bring their horses and strap them to the horse posts or whatever they're called. And then the biker gangs would come in, and Swigheimer would have to fend them off. Swigheimer's the man. So, Cougars, yep. Just like the BYU Cougars, which is kind of contradictory because Cougars don't normally attend BYU. It's the girls who are going in for their MRS degree. Alright, so yeah, did I mention the tires got slashed and ruined my dating Cynthia Pollard? That was the reason. I don't think the pizza place is there anymore, as I didn't see Domino's either. Had to take the bus that day when the tires got slashed. Ford, Family Insurance, Century 21, Gold Company, Premium Autos, Truck Center, JJ Auto, Class, Tractor. Huh. Not seeing the Domino's either. The Schwab trailers. So yeah, I'm sure tobacco, mini mart, beauty shop, Del Taco. I'm trying to see if I can find the pizza place or if it's gone along with Domino's. I'm guessing it is. It's possible that Taco may have been the Domino's, maybe. I don't know. Auto Exchange, Autoplex. Yeah, so no, looks like it's gone. They replaced them. So that was my junior high teen years. And isn't that fun? Aren't you excited? So, yeah, let's take you on a tour to Corona. Okay, so we got to get down to the Horn Road. Yeah, here's the Horn Road. And travel down this road. And my dad took me test driving. He brought me down Auburn Jail Street, and was to take a right on Rincon. People go pretty fast, and I was taking it very cautiously and slow, and my dad panicked and freaked out, reached over to put his foot on my foot on the gas to keep the cars as happy as possible, but too late. They honked. Smith Avenue, you have to travel down Smith Avenue. So all of this is new stuff here. So we're going by memory. And eventually I'm going to have to, because the church that we attended was out in this direction. Come on, focus. Hill Christian Fellowship, that's probably the church or whatever. But here's Corona High. And right across the street is the Mormon Church, and the Hill Church one day toilet papered the Mormon Church, and the Mormon Church had to put in gates on either side of the parking lot to keep people out from parking to go to the high school. So the seminary building was over here at the bottom part, and this was our church. I have the picture of us, and I transferred it to this computer so that I have a copy on this also. So maybe I'll remember and try to put the picture of us as a seminary group who, when Benson came out talking about the Book of Mormon as the new president of the church, the teachers felt inspired to start the reading program to let Benson know we're reading. And so all of us who've read the Book of Mormon got our pictures taken to send to Benson. We're faithful and loyal. We didn't study, we just read. So this is the alternative school on the other side of the tracks. Corona High, our arch rivals for basketball, that typically beat us, except when I was there. We were actually winning games, even though we'd lose most of the time. Keith Fenstermacher, also Mormon, was here, invited me to their slough day at school. So I skipped out on my school slough day and went to his school slough day and walked around his campus. He lives up in the orange orchards, if they still exist, which, my goodness, I don't think they do. Yeah, he's up here on Foothill Parkway somewhere. There's supposed to be orange orchards, but apparently they sold them all. But one of the Mormons in our seminary took his bike and I lost Corona High. Where'd it go? Oh no. Where'd it go? Oh man. Corona Ranch Elementary. Yeah, I lost Corona High. Oh boy. So now we have to zoom out. See, here's Rincon Street all over here also. Oh, that's where I live. That's right. Okay. So, follow this. Corona Main Street. Oh well. Yeah, on the corner by the Trinity place, my pickup truck that I drove, stick shift, the transmission gave out on me. Thanks, Dad. So, had to get a ride to school after seminary that morning. But yeah, parents wanted me to drive my brother to school, and I wanted nothing to do with my brother. So my parents had to drive him separate along with me. Alrighty, so that's my nightmare. Won't put in the adjective. Cucamonga. Ontario International Airport. Walmart. Gonna have the Chino. Home Gardens. Alright, I'm done.